And that will allow us to really focus on Whittlesea and push Whittlesea, and Nillumbik to break off and do their thing and develop Nillumbik a bit more as well.
Right, okay.
With Joey Scouts, we were talking about earlier how we keep them engaged. So it's only through games; it's through badge work as well. Joey's earn badges, Cubs earn badges as well.
Yeah.
In the sections now, the children are now making their decisions of what they'd like to do, especially in the younger sections, and guidance from the leaders, because in Cubs they tend to suggest ideas. You have leadership skills, they keep the independence and leadership. And I've spoken to many parents who have children that go to kangaroos and cubbarees and jamborees, which is for the Scouts.
Yep.
That's the 11 to 14 group.
Yep.
And they come back totally independent people. They're surprised. They're amazing all the changes in it. So Scouting does teach the independence and school-based, teaches them how to look after themselves.
Life skills,
Life skills, yeah. And that's what it's taught me over the years. And Scouting has also helped me achieve a job in my lifetime.
Yep.
It got me interested in working with young people. It made me decide to be a teacher.
Oh, awesome.
Primary school teacher.
Yep.
And working before and after school care. So it sort of set me up in an adult, in a future career direction.
Yeah.
And considering I came in Scouting unemployed, it set me goals, and it got me confidence, increased my leadership skills. So any families that want to get involved, especially as leaders, it does help you, because some of the training they can do is recognised nationally.
Right. Does that include like training for certificates and things like that for and things like that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, you can actually, if you go through all the training, you can actually gain a certificate for in adult learning and training.
Oh, fantastic.
So if you complete it and do all the modules that are add on top of the training that we do gain. We have another big focus coming in the next 3 years as well with the program that we're now rolling out. The big thing pushing in Scouting at the moment is youth-led, adult-guided.
Okay.
So we are really getting to be focused that the youth are going to be guiding their program, setting their programs term to term, and the activities that they want to achieve year on year.
Yep.
And that's rolling out in the whole new system that's just coming out today. It was launched at Jamboree this year.
Right.
And will be rolled out in Victoria by 2024.
So the leadership part of it, do they have to be a certain age to roll out those programs? Or?
No, that's from section to section dependent. So we're even asking the Joeys to set their own program.
The 5-year-olds.
The 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
With guidance from their leaders. So we have the balance along the way, and you're seeing some interesting programs come out of these different groups.
Fantastic.
Like some things that come out, like kids at Joey's at Epping decide, I want to do some rocks.
Oh, yeah?
Rock painting, so we did rock painting. So it's things that they like to do and stuff like that,
The Cubs are looking to do a survivor camp. That came from one of our Cubs as well. So they're planning that for next year at the moment. So sometime next year, term 2 next year, I think it's on the board for. So
it's good that they can have some input into the things that they do.
It's not going to be it's going to be all the input. And we're going to guide them along the way on the program.
Fantastic. Now, when I was growing up, I don't know if you were growing up like that, Craig, but there used to be the Scouts and the Girl Guides. Now it's obviously Scouts is all-encompassing.
Scouts is our girls in it
all the time, but
since the 80s.
Seems to be a bit more now than there used to be. Would that be a fair thing to say? Or?
Personally, I wouldn't say that, because I've been around Scouting.
Yeah, sure.
I joined the Scouts in 88 and got out in 98 as a youth kid.
Yeah.
But girls were always in it from 89, 90.
Yep.
It happened. And girls have always been around.
Fantastic.
We're not two separate entities.
And girl guiding is still around for the girls.
Yeah.
So they're still there. So if the parents decide they want for girls' organisation, guidance is still there.
Yeah.
Scouting is open, as I said, for boys and girls from 6 to even 26. To the old age group to 26, which is our Rovers.
Yeah.
And Rovers do a lot of service and a lot of activities as well.
Okay.
They have Mud Bash and they do...
Mud Bash?
Mud Bash. They cars. They come in and do the cars and drive around in mud and camp around, and so that's good for that 18 old group.
Yeah.
And they do lots of they do beach activities and stuff like that, and they sort of run on their own with some advice from the leaders. But Rovers is that point of where they're by that stage they can actually run their whole thing, and they run their events and they have their own training and they do their own stuff, input, they help with various groups as well like that. So
do you do much fundraising and the like or
lots of Bunnings barbecues?
Bunnings barbecues.
Yes, lots of barbecues
with onions
on the bottom
on the bottom, right? Yeah, okay.
We're always looking for new ways to market and try to get some money into the groups. We're looking to renovate / rebuild our hall in the next 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
It's just going to take a considerable amount of money.
Yeah.
So from that, we're having actually, I'll get a little plug in while I can. We're running a Christmas market at our hall in Epping on the 7th of December.
Okay.
All day, so anyone's welcome to come down, and Santa and the bouncy castle and a few things will be there. There'll be popcorn and fairy floss because I'll be covered in it again. So we are running that all day. We've got marketeers coming in that day.
Right.
But no, it's money is a concern, but not one of our greatest. But we do need to get these funds into the groups to keep us going and keep us upgrading our gear and maintaining our equipment whilst we're good at it.
Yeah.
Some of it does reach a lifespan.
Being self-sufficient.
And just
very
basically
important.
going back to our roots and making sure we're involved with our local communities and ensuring we're around, all groups are around and what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So having Bunnings who support, Epping Bunnings who support us quite a lot in their areas, it just helps the group amazingly in earning funding and stuff like that, and in getting resources.
Correct.
And Econda does the same thing as well.
Yeah, we had an awesome night on Thursday night with the Aurora estate in Epping.
Oh, yeah.
Where we ran a Epping North Scout group actually ran, but we helped as a district again.
Yep.
Ran the Halloween night for the estate.
Oh, cool.
So there would have been in excess of 500 people, but we had about 20-ish volunteers come along and help.
Wow.
Someone may have been dressed in a dress with a skirt. And, I don't know who that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, look on Facebook. There's a fair bit of it floating around. No, that was quite a big night. We had kids loved it. We 200 kilos of lollies given away through the night.
Free lollies.
Free lollies, but yet again, it was a fundraiser for the groups again because we ran the barbecue, all donated by the Aurora group for that one.
Yep.
And that was another good spinner and got us in with the community more and showing that this is some of the things that we can do as scouting, as adults as much as kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
And most groups are starting to get down to the grassroots and doing that these days.
Yeah. So I guess we're getting into term 4 now, 7 weeks left of the school year. What's the year joining for Scouts? Is it financial year, calendar year, and what sort of involved cost-wise if parents are thinking about giving their kids something different to do next year?
All right, you can join
Scouts?
Scouting any time of the year.
Yep.
All right, our finances run financial year, okay, but that's fine. But we are set up to join you from term to term to term to term.
Perfect.
That's fine. For a new kid coming in, it's about the $400 mark for an annual.
Yep.
All right, so compared to soccer, football, dancing, cheerleading, we are one
Very
of the cheapest, very cost-effective. Activities are on top, but we get to do some top-notch activities. We've been to camping this year. We've been to the planetarium twice.
Oh, yeah?
Snow.
The snow. We did go to the snow. We took the entire group to the snow, all the families.
They build igloos there.
No, this time.
Now, we should have tried that next time.
We should have tried that. We should have tried that. We took the families of Epping North and Epping all the way up to Buller for the weekend, Camp Mansfield Scout Hall. Yeah. So that makes it a good little home base for us.
Absolutely. And what about if people who don't have kids who want to get involved in the Scouting, they can just do that as adults? They can just join as a member?
Absolutely. So if they go to the Scouts Victoria webpage, and there is places there to apply, and you can come in through that way. Now, we're very big on police checks.
Oh, of course.
Working
with children and stuff like that.
If you did come along, having a working with children already is a good tick.
Yeah.
And then we can help you come into the group and learn what we do and how we do it as scouting and our scouting journey.
And basically most groups do 3 weeks for 3, so the kids come in for 3 weeks in any section, see if they like it.
Yep.
And they just spend 3 weeks, and if they don't like it, they don't get charged anything. If they like it, they're welcome to stay. And
it's a good way to engage.
Good way to engage and promote scouting to their children, and we find that works very successfully.
Yeah.
And as you're talking about district stuff together, we do a lot of sections meet. Like Joey's meet with other groups, Cubs meet with other groups. We have a lot of district. Yeah, we have a lot of district. Yeah, we have a lot of district events. We had a district swing Joey event that was recently. We had a Joey Disco, which was amazingly organised by the Elfin Joe Scout leader. It was just an amazing experience, and the kids it's amazing what they do and how they learn those independence and skills. And there's actually, I know some children who are now 22 years old in scouting, and it's good to see them still involved. Yeah, some are leaders, so that it really is impressive.
We had 140 scouts and Cubs up at Pax Hill and Ballarat 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
on an activity camp for the weekend there. Right from electronics, which I was running, through to axe throwing, which we've now we can actually run.
That sounds like a bit of fun. We could do that.
We can actually run axe throwing in Victoria now. We've got 2 trained leaders in it, and they've brought it back from the US. So watch out at the Jamboree in 2022, where it's going to be on the program.
Look out! That should sound like fun. All right, thanks to Adam and Tim for coming in, having a chat to us. Really enjoyed having you on. And don't forget, if you want to get involved with the Epping Scouts, they've got a Christmas market on the 7th of December at the hall there in Duffy Street and Memorial Avenue.
Absolutely, you hit nailed it.
I used to live in Memorial Avenue. There, fun fact. So get along to that. That's on the 7th of December, and you can get some more information on how to become involved in the Scouts.
Absolutely, just drop a line to the Scouts Victoria, and it'll come through that way.
Fantastic.
And drop to our site that's on tomorrow as well. We've still got the rope bridge and damper making.
Hopefully
and
the
all
weather
that
will be better.
I'm hoping so too. But we had children come up with the weather as well.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate you coming
great.
in. And we'll go back to the studio now with Tony, and we'll come back here around about 10 to 5, Tony, if that's okay. And we're listening to you, coming to you live from the Whittlesea Show, 160 years. The theme for this year is Generation to Generation, and talking about your generation, there's some one summer hits and memories coming away right now.